Hello, this is the review for rational functions. I'm just going to go through and see if I can't get all of these done. Let's get started here. So here it just has, we have a rational function and it wants us to find all the holes, zeros, vertical asymptotes, horizontal asymptotes, and y-intercepts, and the domain. So like all of these, we need to start by factoring. So let's factor. So this is going to be equal to, let's switch to black here. So this is difference of squares. This is x plus 3 times x minus 3 all over two numbers that multiply to be negative 3 and add to be negative 2. So that's going to be x minus 3 times x plus 1. So then we look at our excluded values. So our excluded values are going to be x can't equal positive 3 or negative 1. Negative 1. Squigglies. And so then we can write our domain. Our domain starts at negative infinity and goes all the way to our first excluded value, or the lowest one, which is negative 1. And then it's going to go from union, then we're going to have from negative 1 all the way to our next excluded value, union, and then from that excluded value all the way up to infinity. There we go. And so there is our domain. Next up we can find, let's see here, the holes. So holes occur when things cancel out. Where'd my red pen go? Pink will work. So x minus 3 and x minus 3 will both cancel out. So that would leave a hole at 3 and at some number. So 3 is going to be a hole. And to find that, we're going to take 3 and plug it into here, our simplified version. So 3 plus 3 all over 3 plus 1. So this is going to be 6 over 4, which is 3 halves. So our hole will be at 3, comma 3 halves. Next up are the zeros. That is the one that is on top. So we should have a 0 at x equals negative 3, because that is a 0 that's on top, non-included value. Or, if you want to say instead the actual point, 3, 0, that is fine. Either one of those works. Next up is the vertical asymptote. Vertical asymptote is going to occur at the other excluded value. So that's the vertical asymptote right there at x equals negative 1. And then we have a horizontal asymptote. This is a degree 2 over a degree 2. So we just need to take the leading coefficient divided by the leading coefficient, which is 1 over 1. So we should have a horizontal asymptote at y equals 1. And finally, the y-intercept occurs when you plug in 0 for everything. So 0 plus 3 is 3, over 0 plus 1 is 1, so 3 over 1. So we should have a y-intercept at 0, 3. Okay, first one is done. Next up, let's move the camera. There we go. So this time we're not given an equation. Instead, we are given a graph. The hole here looks like there's a hole right here. So there is our hole. And that is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, it looks like. So we'll have a hole at 7, 1. The zeros occur right, it's hard to read there, and there. So we'll have a 0 at, what's that? That's at negative 1 and, or sorry, negative 2 and positive 2. Mine's about out of ink. Okay, next up is the vertical asymptote. So it looks like there's a vertical asymptote right in here somewhere. So that looks like, see if I can't get an eye on it. It looks like it's right there at -4. So we have a vertical asymptote at x equals -4. And then a horizontal asymptote, it looks like, so this one is moving down towards infinity. This one's going to be moving up towards infinity. It's not approaching some number. They're moving away from each other. So there is going to be no horizontal asymptote. And then the y-intercept, we have to estimate it. It's somewhere right in there. And I'm guessing that's going to be, I don't know, 0.2 maybe. I don't know. Somewhere around there. Okay. Now we have the sine table here. So this sine table, the domain. So this domain right here is from 0 to -4, and it looks like -4 is about right there. So it's all of this, and that whole area there is underneath the x-axis. So that whole section is negative for the sine table. At -4, well, -4 is a vertical asymptote, so it is a excluded value, therefore it is undefined. And then the next section on the graph here is from -4 to -2. And so that is here, roughly. And everything right here that is positive. So we'll have a positive section there. -2 is one of our x-intercepts, so that is going to be 0. This next section here is from -2 to +2, so that is right here-ish. So from here to here, the graph is underneath the x-axis, so it will be negative. And then at 2 is another x-intercept, so that'll be 0. And then I have from 2 to 7, so that is this section right here, from 2 to 7. And from there, so from 2 to 7 is above the x-axis, so that'll be positive. And then at 7 is a whole, it's an excluded value, so this will be undefined. And then I ran out of different marker colors, so this last section, do green again, is from here all the way to positive infinity. And everything over there is above the x-axis, so that'll be positive. And then we did do the domain. So the domain is everything except the excluded values. Our excluded values are -4 and +7. So we'll go from -infinity to -4, union -4 to 7, union 7 to positive infinity. Okay, so that concludes page 1. I'll see you guys in the next video.